Hello, this is Miss Susan, your Piano Fun at Home teacher. I have another edition on increasing nutrition because I firmly believe that as you increase your nutrition, you increase, of course, your health and your well-being. But also, if you want to build a strong body, you need to give your body good materials. Like if you were to build a house and you were to build it with rotten wood, you might be able to paint over it, but eventually it's not going to be as good a house or a structure as if you use the best quality. And that's what this is all about. Now, I can just hear you saying, I can't get my kids to eat anything that's any good. Well, that's what I'm here for. I want to give you some ideas on how to feed the kids. But before we do that, I want to talk to you again about the reasons on why you would want to eat raw fruits and vegetables. Now, my premise is that when you first pick your stuff off the vine, that is the height of nutrition. Everything else down there, it goes downhill. The longer it takes to get from the field to the table, the more conditioned it changes, the more pesticides that they use, it decreases the food value. Now, we are just beginning to discover there is a connection between disease and nutrition. When I first discovered that, when I first got into the raw food movement myself about 2 years ago, I was widely poo-pooed by my family and my friends. But more and more, there are articles coming around. Do a search on the internet about raw foods and. Now, before I did this video, I got in and I thought, well, let me put my money where my mouth is. I searched cancer and dairy because I was going to give you an idea of a drink to offer your children that is not dairy. And if you were to search out the connection between cancer and dairy, you will see that there are very many articles there. There was one article that talked about how they're not at all connected, but if you were to see that it was published by the American Dairy Association. Then I Googled vegetables and cancer, or vegetables and illnesses, and the best they could come up with is that when you purchase fresh fruits and vegetables from the market, if they are not sufficiently washed, then there will be food-borne parasites or bacteria. But if they are properly washed, there was no connection between the food and the illness. Whereas if you were to get on the internet and do your own research, don't take anybody's word for it, and find out the connection between, say, the consumption of animal products and illnesses, especially milk. I want you to look up milk for your children because our milk makes muscle. We raise our children on milk. Well, why don't you get on the internet and look that up? Yesterday I made a video on how to juice a watermelon. I cut up some watermelon and I had all these rinds left over, and so I made watermelon rind juice. So here is, remember, I had so much that I had so much juice from the watermelon rind I couldn't continue. I had to stop. And here is juice of watermelon rind. Now, to follow up on what I said in the last video, anytime you pour a liquid into a glass, especially the kind that you're going to feed your kids, you say, what is this stuff and how did it get that color? Now this, I know what it is. This is the juice of a watermelon rind. And it got that color because God made it that color. If you're going to be giving them a red juice, I would ask you to consider that if God didn't make it red, it shouldn't be red. And so if it shouldn't be red, and you don't know how it got that color, then don't feed it to your children. Oh, this is wonderful. This is sweet, and this is light, and this is very, very satisfying. But let's go back to what are you going to feed your kids, and how are you going to get more fruits and vegetables in them? Well, If you're having a hard time getting fruits and vegetables in your kids, might I suggest very gently to you that we just lack imagination. This is strawberry season where I live right now, and I have been taking these strawberries. I washed them very well, and I am de-stemming them. Now, the greens of the strawberries are edible. However, this is where you're likely to get into trouble with your foodborne pathogens, or your foodborne little things that you don't really want to be eating. So I just wash it very well. I cut off the greens, and I'm going to donate those to my worms because I raise worms. Okay, it's easy to get the kids to eat strawberries, but let's just make a strawberry wrap. Here I have a bowl full of spinach from the farmer's market, and this is a particularly gorgeous bag of spinach. So I wash that really well to get the grit and the little things that you don't want. Take a thing of spinach, take strawberry, wrap it up, and well, let's see, let's wrap it up this way. I'm going to wrap it up this way, and now I have a spinach strawberry taco. Let's give this a try. The sweetness of the strawberry really takes over. And so you can taste the spinach, but the spinach is mainly controlled by the flavors of the spinach is mainly controlled by the strawberries. I don't think you'll have any trouble getting your kids to eat this. This spinach wrap turns out to be a very effective thing to do. A little while ago I invited the neighbors over, my unbelieving neighbors who think that all my raw food stuff is nuts. And we were having some hors d'oeuvres, and I just sat down in front of them some spinach leaves and some little orange pieces. And they ate that until it was gone. The second item that you might find in the stores, that I found in the stores yesterday at the farmer's market, were these fresh, they're sweet Sure Snaps. And they, of course, they were passing out samples, and is that ever good? This is so much better than potato chips. When your kids come home from school, give them a glass of freshly ground up watermelon rind, give them their spinach and their strawberries so that they can make themselves a spinach and strawberry taco, and maybe put out a couple of these and see what happens. But the road to good health is delicious, and it can be very, very easy. And if you are having a hard time getting your kids to eat raw fruits or vegetables, then just apply a little bit of imagination, get on the internet and Google what it is that you have, and enjoy your snacks. Okay, so this is Miss Susan, your Piano Fun at Home teacher, saying bye-bye and be healthy.